Imagine being so charming that you can convince anyone to trust you, but beneath the surface, you're a monster. This is the story of Ted Bundy, one of America's most notorious serial killers. Born on November 24, break time equals 200 ms/1946, Bundy's life took a dark turn that would leave a trail of death and destruction in its wake. Theodore Robert Bundy, known to the world as Ted Bundy, was an American serial killer who kidnapped, raped, and murdered dozens of young women and girls between break time equals 200 ms/1974 and break time equals 200 ms/1978. With his charming smile and charisma, Bundy was able to lure his victims into his trap, leaving their families and loved ones with a lifetime of grief and unanswered questions. Break time equals 600 ms/, but what drove Bundy to commit such heinous crimes? Break time equals 500 ms/, and how did he manage to evade capture for so long? Bundy's killing spree began in break time equals 200 ms/1974, with his first known victim being a young woman named Joni Lenz. Over the next few years, Bundy would go on to murder dozens of women, often using his charm and good looks to lure them into his car. Break time equals 600 ms/, but in break time equals 200 ms/1975, Bundy's luck would finally run out, as he was arrested and jailed in Utah for aggravated kidnapping and attempted criminal assault. Or so it seemed, as Bundy would soon escape from custody and continue his killing spree. As the bodies continued to pile up, investigators were baffled by the lack of evidence and witnesses. Break time equals 600 ms/, but one thing was certain: the killer was highly intelligent and always seemed to be one step ahead of the law. It wouldn't be until break time equals 200 ms/1978, when Bundy was finally recaptured in Florida, that the true extent of his crimes would become clear. Break time equals 600 ms/, but even then, Bundy would refuse to cooperate with authorities, leaving many questions unanswered. Bundy's trial was a highly publicized event, with many of his victims' families and loved ones in attendance. And on January 24, break time equals 200 ms/1989, Bundy would finally meet his end, as he was executed in the electric chair at Florida State Prison. Break time equals 600 ms/, but even in death, Bundy's legacy would live on, as a cautionary tale about the dangers of charm and charisma. And as we reflect on his crimes, we are reminded that the truth is often stranger than fiction, as seen in popular TV series like Stranger Things. Today, Ted Bundy's name is synonymous with evil, and his crimes continue to haunt the families and loved ones of his victims. Break time equals 600 ms/, but as we look back on his life and crimes, we are reminded that the truth is often complex and multifaceted. And as we try to make sense of the senseless, we are left with more questions than answers. Break time equals 600 ms/, what drove Bundy to commit such heinous crimes? Break time equals 500 ms/, and how can we prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future? The story of Ted Bundy is one of horror and tragedy, a reminder of the darkness that lurks within humanity. As we conclude this documentary, we are left with a sense of unease and a newfound appreciation for the importance of vigilance and awareness. For in the end, it is up to us to ensure that such tragedies never happen again. Break time equals 600 ms/, but as we reflect on the life and crimes of Ted Bundy, we are left with one final question: what other secrets and lies are hiding in plain sight, waiting to be uncovered?